Hey guys, it's Dante, Why Date, owner and host of podcast Why Date, and just did an episode last night, and I did it with my friend, one of the people who was on my episodes before, Alpha Monk. We talked about killing the White Knight, and it was great. Trying to post the content on my Instagram, the YouTube. Try to see if I can get a hold of that. I don't know why it's taking such a long time for me to save all my live stream video on Instagram to my iPhone, but whatever. Anywho, so the next episode I'm gonna get into is something I've talked about to another friend of mine, and I never really talked about rejection. I think a lot of people, we talked about cheating, we talked about friends with benefits, we talked about all those stuff. I never talked about how it was to get through rejection. I think we talked about it a few times. But I do want to, talk about that again on the next episode, which is coming up probably next week. Stay tuned. And it's going to be about the gender differences in rejection. What is a rejection to a woman? What is rejection to a man? What is the difference in how to go about it? Not to how to go about it, but the differences in how, let's say like an example, let's say if a guy rejects a woman, it's not really as harsh. I think we learn to just take it more, like what Alpha Monk said earlier, we learn to just take it in and just move forward. So we're not as harsh as it is to women. Like we don't say, hey, get away from me. Like sometimes it rarely happens, but we just be kind of nice. Hey, like not really interested. We kind of nonchalantly, wishy-washy to the women. And they kind of take it as, whatever they take it from. They take it to a whole other level of example. They take that as a rejection. But for what women do to us, like, man, they let us know, man. They are no filter whatsoever, and we know that's a rejection. And I think that when we date to other women, they see that as a rejection. When you say, hey, I'm talking to someone else right now. I'm not really focused on you, and they take that as rejection. Which honestly is just, timing. Like with that person, timing was right, and maybe they could have dated, but that's not really something that they think about as far as that in that case. And I think I think women reject men a lot more quicker, and I think in a lot of the case too. And I think what I've noticed what women do if they're quote unquote chasing a guy, they throw them a bone to catch so they can engage after. And I think it's kind of like if I were to do a bone to a girl like that and have her catch, and if it's so simple like dropping a pen in front of a guy, expecting the guy to pick up the pen, to give it to him, that's kind of like their end game. And I think it's kind of weird, but I think I gave one of my friends advice to take a guy out, and say you pay for coffee. That's a whole different approach because she's interested in this person, but she said she's throwing him game, and I told her, hey, what kind of game are you throwing him? Because he might not know what you're doing or if you're throwing him game or not. But if you tell him straight up, legitimately, like say, hey, let's go out, coffee's on me, and that's a chase. Like you want to talk to this person. The guy will see that differently. And I think a lot of women don't do that more often. I think there's more assertive women out there, but I feel like they give us so much to play around with. And I'm not saying I'm slow, but I overanalyze things. So I try to keep things as simple as possible for me, like as simple as possible. And it's any scenario, and I just think, does she like me? Does she hate me? Does she like me? And I just try thinking about it. But it's weird because it's... I think as if it's more straightforward. I think more women should understand this, that if you're throwing us some game like that, we may or may not even respond to it. We may just be like, okay, whatever, okay. But now they think we're weird because we're not engaging. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword regardless you're doing. And I think... I don't know, man. I can go into a whole episode about it, but that's just a little preview of what we're going to talk about on the next episode. I want to know what your guys' comments are. How do you guys feel? Is this true? Is this relatable to you? What's your thoughts on it? Like for the women out there, what are your thoughts? What is your quote-unquote game? Or if you're trying to talk to a guy, what do you do to get their attention besides giving them something so simple and minor that they won't even catch it. So, and for us guys, I know for us fellas, what do? Like, we do everything. We have to like approach in a way where they don't think that we're talking to them, but we are talking to them. It's kind of weird. So we had to like create a playbook, a dating playbook. There's a playbook out there on how to approach women. And I haven't seen a book that a woman made that how to approach men. Like, it just doesn't happen, right? So that's what I want to talk about. What is that rejection looks like? If you do get a rejection, and what kind of ways do you go about it in your situation? I know for us guys, we kind of play it off, but for women, I know they take it very emotionally. So yeah, comment on below, guys. If you guys like the content, please listen to hear something I might be throwing out an incentive, a prize to maybe the first person who answers to this feed right here. I'll put it on my Instagram too. But I might give you guys like a free shirt. I've already given someone else a free shirt for answering the question on our Instagram. So just let me guys know. Throwing some things out there for the people who are supporters of our podcast, and just keep it moving. That's it pretty much. If you guys have any other things you guys want to comment on there, please comment on there. Subscribe, and let's make it happen. All right, take it easy, guys.